Hello and welcome to the Star TV Newsroom with me, Maria Madem. We are broadcasting from our studios in Serakunda. Many thanks for joining us. Let's begin with our headlines. Health Ministry warns tanker trunk operators against unsanitary measures. The Minister of Higher Education has validation workshop for Gambia College transformation into University of Education. TAF Africa Global empowers 320 graduates with leadership skills and entrepreneurial ideas. Ekun Baba Hunting Society's New Year's display ignites Banjul with cultural brilliance. On international news, in Nigeria's rising inflation, consumers affected by high import costs. In Bangladesh's election, main opposition party and allies to boycott vote. Kidnapped migrants rescued in Mexico as group heading for US was abducted last week. Those were the headlines, and now the news in detail. Many thanks for joining us. Let's begin this news bulletin with a press release. As the Minister of Health noticed with concern that the sanitary tanker trunks, known as the Kama, collecting and transporting liquid waste from the communities to the treatment sites are not practicing diligent public health measures to avoid the spillage of sewage. This is a serious threat to public health with the potential to spread infectious and vector-borne diseases. The Ministry of Health strongly advises those engaged in the business to ensure proper sanitary measures are adhered to for the promotion of health and well-being. In line with the above, the Directorate of Health Services hereby informs all operators of such business to desist from the practice. Acting on the Public Health Act of 1990, all public health officers in the country will monitor such activities within their respective jurisdictions and impound any sanitary tanker truck that is not in compliance with the prescribed public health measures mentioned below. The sanitary tank trunk operators should inspect their tanks and avoid leakages during collection and transportation of sewage. Avoid overloading the tanks during the collection of sewage. Possess adequate knowledge of the proper maintenance of the tanks. Have an emergency response plan in place to address emergencies such as system failures, leaks, or backups. These may include contact information for operators who can provide immediate assistance. In addition, compound heads and residents are advised to desist from digging holes in their fence that allows dirty water to flow into the streets. This is a violation of the environmental health laws of the country. The Ministry of Health solicits the cooperation of the general public in executing this important public health endeavor to protect the health and well-being of the population. Thus, the public is hereby advised to report such matters to public health officers across the country. So let's now move to another story. As the Ministry of Higher Education, Research, Science and Technology, MOHAS, on Wednesday commenced a two-day validation workshop to deliberate on the draft roadmap for the transformation of Gambia College into a University of Education. With the objective of shaping the future of the country's education system, the gathering aims to establish a specialized institution that will produce quality teachers and specialists across various fields of education. Awasane has the details.
The Ministry of Higher Education, Research, Science and Technology has taken a significant step towards the transformation of Gambia College into a University of Education. As part of this endeavor, a two-day validation workshop commenced on Wednesday, 3rd January 2024 at Bakadaji Hotel in Kololi. The driving force behind this transformative initiative is the desire to establish a specialized university that will contribute to the production of well-trained teachers and specialists in diverse educational disciplines. By creating this university, MOHAS aims to enhance equitable access to tertiary and higher education opportunities. Professor Per Gomez, the Minister of Higher Education, Research, Science and Technology, shed light on the fundamental principles guiding this important initiative, providing insights into some of the planned strategies.
Principles guiding this initiative are quality, accessibility, and relevance. To begin with, we propose a strategic realignment of academic entities within the Gambia College. The plan is to transfer all other schools of Gambia College to the University of the Gambia, except the School of Education, which will find its new home in the transformed Gambia College. This separation will enable a focused and specialized approach to teacher education, fostering an environment conducive to producing high-caliber educators and specialists in various fields of education. As we embark on this transformation journey, our focus is driven by a steadfast dedication to fostering quality education, creating robust career pathways for teachers, and ensuring their training is elevated to degree levels.
With the establishment of the Gambia College Transformative Committee in April 2023, the ministry has embarked on various consulting engagements and study tours in different countries. Dr. Katim Sarin Toure, the chairman of the Gambia College Transformation Committee, shared details on the steps taken so far and the consultations conducted to ensure a comprehensive and well-informed transformation process.
We've reviewed various documents. We've had consultations in the Gambia. We've had consultations in Ghana during our study tour. We also conducted actually an online survey in which we had participants and respondents pretty much from as far away as Hong Kong, as India, and the UK, and of course the Gambia too, with a very diverse community of respondents, if I may say so. And so it's been, as Mr. Mendes said, it's been tough going at times, but we've stuck to it. We stuck to our knitting, as the saying goes. It's been a very, very illuminating and inspiring assignment, most especially because we were humbled by the enormity and the importance of the assignment that was assigned to us. Gambia College, of course, we all know, is a very key national institution whose roots go back to something like about 1925. That's a long time ago.
Acknowledging the initiative, Adama Jimba Job, the Deputy Permanent Secretary at the Ministry of Basic and Secondary Education, commended Mohas for its forward-thinking approach in developing this transformative project.
Foreign Gambia College into an education university, I think, is overdue. Because you will all agree with me that we have made a lot of success as far as access, starting from ECD to senior secondary, is concerned in this country. But quality is still a challenge. And the issue of quality can only be addressed when the teacher component is looked into. Therefore, on behalf of the Ministry of Basic and Secondary Education, we want to say bravo to Mohas and the people who have conceptualized the idea.
The primary focus of the engagement is to involve in discussions concerning the draft roadmap that outlines the path of the college transformation. Furthermore, Dr. Badara Aliu Senghor, chairman of the Gambia College Governing Council, highlighted the pressing need to address the scarcity of graduate and professional teachers in the country, particularly in critical subject areas.
Really a shame to count or even to attempt to count with your hands the number of graduate teachers in any subject matter in our school system. The University of the Gambia could have produced, if it started with a faculty of education only, a critical mass of graduate teachers in all the subject matter areas, that all the schools within the country will have sufficient subject matter teachers in all the areas required.
Henrietta Sonko, the coordinator of MRC Holland Foundation, also expressed support and enthusiasm for the initiative.
If you look at the state of the education in the Gambia, a lot has been achieved. But there are major challenges which we are currently facing. The number of students is skyrocketing. Every year, 30,000 more children are attending schools. And it's the Higher Education Ministry who has to keep up and ensure there's sufficient qualified teachers to teach all these students. We all hear the results of the WAEC examinations. We all hear people talking about quality of teachers and how it can be improved. And we all realize that a lot is to be desired.
During the validation workshop, the committee, through consultations with key stakeholders and informed by their study tour findings, will formulate a draft report to the roadmap and a proposal for achieving the objective of transforming Gambia College into a university of education. This document will be presented to the broader community for input and feedback, ensuring widespread participation and collaboration in shaping the future of education in the country. Awasane for Star TV News.
Now, TAF Africa Global's annual TAFCON program successfully concluded its 6th edition, graduating 320 fellows who have undergone a year-long leadership and entrepreneurship program. The initiative aims to champion youth empowerment and nurture young entrepreneurs by equipping them with practical skills and resources to thrive in today's economic challenges. More in this report. This year's TAFCON conference and networking event was centered around the theme Rising Strong, Resilience and Preparedness to navigate the challenges of an emerging new global architecture. The focus was on empowering youth and fostering entrepreneurship during these challenging economic times. In a remarkable event held on Wednesday, 27th of December 2023, TAF Global celebrated the graduation of 320 fellows from its TAFCON program, which focuses on empowering young individuals through leadership development and entrepreneurial training. The program, lasting for 1 year, provides participants with monthly sessions featuring resource persons who guide them in building their leadership skills and shaping their entrepreneurial ideas. Mustafa Njai, the Chief Executive Officer of TAF Global, addressed the significance of the program, stating that its purpose is to empower the youth and equip them with the resilience necessary to successfully navigate uncertainties in both personal and professional endeavors. Mr. Njai also emphasized the importance of upholding integrity, ethics, and morality in today's world, highlighting that these values are crucial for achieving one's goals.
I am investing on my legacy. And that is why we've set up these initiatives, out of which we're going to have one of them today. We're going to graduate the TAFLA graduates. We've had now, this is the 4th cohort, and it has been growing. It all started way back in 2016 or 17 with 50 university students. Then we went up to about 100 and something, then 200 and something. Now we are at about 350. So as we graduate these 320 fellows today, I would like to acknowledge the lecturers that lectured to these fellows. They are mostly eminent Gambians.
In appreciating TAF's efforts in empowering the country's youthful population, Honorable Bakari Waipaji, the Minister of Youth and Sports, expressed the government's willingness to collaborate with TAF Africa Global in addressing pertinent issues affecting young people by creating a policy environment conducive to youth entrepreneurship, among others. Baji also encouraged the fellowship participants to discuss potential business ideas that can positively impact the country's economy.
To use this opportunity to thank Mr. Mustafa Njai for doing this program and supporting so many young people, some of whom are university graduates. We believe that leadership skill is a necessity for our young people, because not just are they leaders today, but they are the hope of the country for better leadership and more development. As the ministry in charge of youth affairs and the government under the leadership of President Adama Barrow, we are cognizant of these challenges confronting Gambian youth, and we stand ready to provide the policy environment, the funding where possible, to to train our young people and prepare them to manage the formal and informal sector of the economy, but also to manage the general development of the Gambia.
The Minister of Trade, Regional Integration and Employment, Honorable Babukar Ojuv, urged the graduates to leverage the event as a networking platform with like-minded individuals in the business community. He set light on the government's efforts in addressing the challenges faced by young entrepreneurs in the country, aiming to cultivate a prosperous environment for their endeavors.
Recognizing the profound role that entrepreneurship plays and will continue to play in the future of the global economies, the government of the Gambia developed the first ever national entrepreneurship policy to build the national entrepreneurship ecosystem in the Gambia. The general objective of the policy, which is administered in my ministry, is to improve the general conditions for enterprise creation and enterprise growth, taking into account the social and environmental challenges in the Gambia that address the legal, social, and regulatory barriers for equitable, effective economic participation, with emphasis on women and children, including groups prone to migration, who present the main drivers of new enterprise development.
Dr. Omare Toure, the president of the ECOWAS Commission, also graced the event and advised the fellows to have a clear vision of their future and outlined the necessary actions they must take to achieve their goals once they step out of the academy. Dr. Toure acknowledged staff's commendable efforts and determination in empowering the youth through this excellent initiative, emphasizing the significance of this mission.
And I believe as graduates, you belong to this group of people who have identified and leveraged on these opportunities. May I therefore ask this hall to join me in wishing you hearty congratulations.
Participants also expressed their gratitude to TAF for what they describe as a life-changing opportunity accorded to them, promising to use the knowledge gained into practice. The program successfully brought together various stakeholders such as ministers, diplomats, business owners, entrepreneurs, young individuals, and representatives from different sectors to engage in discussions concerning crucial issues affecting both the nation and the African continent as a whole. By equipping young individuals with the necessary skills and resources, TAF Global is playing a vital role in driving economic growth and shaping the future leaders of tomorrow. Maria Madem reporting for Star TV News. Well, congratulations to all the fellows. Now moving on. Amidst colorful festivities and resonating cheers truly rooted in the rich cultural tapestry of Banjul, the Okun Baba Hunting Society showcased an unwavering commitment to tradition through their spellbinding performance during the New Year celebration in the capital city, which captivated the audience with a mesmerizing spectacle. Star TV's crew, including by Cole, was in Banjul, and he now reports.
We are here in Banjul to witness the carnival of the 2024 New Year's Day celebration in Banjul. Presently, we are at the Okun Baba Hunting Society. It is a hunting society that has been existing for more than 50 good years. As we gather facts from the senior members of the society have been going on since 1967. It is a day of joy. It is a day that accommodates Banjulians and its surrounding to promote culture, to entertain people, and to entertain everyone who miss home. Here we are in Banjul.
For centuries, the Okun Baba Hunting Society has played a crucial role in preserving and promoting traditional hunting practices and upholding the spiritual and cultural values associated with them. The revered members of this society, known as Mbabas, are hailed for their exceptional bravery, wisdom, and profound connection with nature. Deeply rooted in the amazing culture tapestry of Banjul, the Okun Baba Hunting Society showcased a stance assurance to tradition through their performance. Not only did their play bring people together, but it also stood as a resounding testament to their dedication to safeguarding their heritage for the generations yet to come. Baba Lugu, Okun Baba Hunting Society, Alpha Jallo, set light on the changes in hunting practice over time and emphasized its integral role in their culture.
At the time when we started it, it was very, very, very unpopular. The likes of myself and others, we actually fought for this. Because culture for me is something that is, it's number one. It gives a lot to the country. That's why we organize and we spend a lot of money on this. Through us, Ekumbaba, we are not vouching, but through us, hunting has come to a level that everybody in the Gambia, from Banjul to Basse, and it makes people to come together, especially the youth, and that is.
From the captivating dance moves to the interactively crafted costumes, every element of the play underscored the society's devotion to preserving its cultural identity. The audience marveled at the awe-inspiring geography, seamlessly blending traditional rhythms with a modern flair. Baba General Ekun Baba Hunting Society Mbaige provides a brief background of the society.
So this is Ekun Baba Ode Hunting Society. It was formed in 1967 by the name of Dogomoro Hunting Society. But after things changed to Ekun Baba Ode Hunting Society, we came here, joined together.
The Ekun Baba Hunting Society New Year's play not only entertain but also educate attendees about the history and significance of their age-old customs. It serves as a profound reminder that Banjul's cultural legacy remains alive and flourishing, continuously evolving while remaining deeply rooted in its foundation. Baba General Mbaige further expressed his gratitude to those in the diaspora who returned to the Gambia, uniting with their families and friends to celebrate the culture and traditions that bind them together. The presence of these individuals added an extra layer of significance to the festives, fostering a sense of unity and community spirit.
We are proud to be playing this yearly because we don't want the culture to die in Gambia. And we will thank the diaspora. The diaspora, they are proud of themselves and their culture. Most of them, because of this cult, they put their tickets to come and witness the event. So we are proud of them, thanking them. When we thank the entire Gambia, Banjul to Koina, we have to thank the diaspora. We don't got nothing to tell them. The first
The Ekun Baba Hunting Society New Year's play infused Banjul with an unforgettable display of cultural brilliance, leaving indelible memories that will resonate throughout the community for years to come. Reporting for Star TV News, I am Baikor.
Well, Happy New Year once again to everyone watching. Now, the story by Baikor takes us to a short commercial break, and when we return, the news continues. Stay tuned. Welcome back after the short commercial break. If you're just tuning in, you're watching the Star TV Newsroom, and we're broadcasting from our studios in Serekunda. I am Maria Madem, and let's now take a look at some international news. Nigerians love their cars, but it is hard to keep them on the road these days. The loss of their currency's value and expensive import tariffs have led to high inflation, thus forcing some Nigerians to wean themselves off imported goods. Al Jazeera's Ahmed Idris reports from Nigeria's business capital, Lagos.
Karim Adebayo replaces the faulty parts of a car rear view mirror. His customer wants it repaired as he can't afford a new one. After several tries, the trader turned artisan fixed the mirror with locally fabricated parts.
If you come here with a model that is higher than what we have, we know how we make sure you get what you want that will serve the same purpose, and the durability is there.
Skilled and innovative Nigerians are cashing in on a surging demand as locals seek to replace or repair expensive imports. Karim says even this electric fan was successfully made here. It can run on a power pack for hours. These local products and second-hand goods are gaining acceptance among Nigerians hit by hyperinflation, with the Nigerian currency losing more than half its value in 4 months. Economists say the situation is not just about the depreciation in the value of the naira.
Not only exchange rate, they hiked the cost of clearing goods. It's now double. For example, the car we buy for $1,700 before, now it's around $8,000.
Because of that, markets like Ladipo are thriving and even struggling to meet customer demand for locally manufactured or second-hand goods. Nigeria is an import-dependent economy that includes refined petroleum, even though it has been Africa's leading oil producer for many years.
As the local currency loses its value and the demand for foreign cash rises, many businesses are unable to import parts they need as they get more expensive. And there is a limit to how many they can make here themselves. If these businesses fail, many Nigerian drivers won't be able to do what they love, go driving.
That means more business and income for local enterprises and a chance for Nigeria to start sourcing some of its needs locally. Ahmed Idris, Al Jazeera, Lagos, Nigeria.
Now, the opposition party is boycotting the vote after Prime Minister Sheikh Hasina rejected their demand that she should resign and hand power to a neutral authority. She is running for a fourth consecutive term. At least 10 people have died in anti-government protests since October. Al Jazeera's Tanvir Kauhori reports from the capital, Dhaka.
The general election in Bangladesh is just a few days away, but there are hardly any signs of mass rallies or campaigning except by the governing parties, and the people's reaction in the streets are mixed.
The government doesn't need the general masses. For the last 15 years, we have not been able to credibly cast our votes. Why is that? Don't you think we have the desire to participate in the voting process? Our votes are cast by others.
The main opposition party says millions of its members are facing a government crackdown, and more than 20,000 have been in jail since late October. There is very little enthusiasm in the street. The main opposition party and its allies are boycotting the poll, as many feel the incumbent governing party is all set to win a fourth straight term without much of a contest. The opposition's key demand is that the election be held under a caretaker administration, but the government has rejected that. The opposition alliance says it will stay on the streets until this government is ousted.
They have already executed the election process weeks ago by publicly determining the person who is going to be the member of parliament from whichever sits. This has been decided not in the ballot box, but sitting in the capital in the office of the highest executive of the country. This is the paradox.
During her 15 years in power, Prime Minister Sheikh Hasina has been credited with turning around the economy, and her supporters are betting on her economic success. Hasina says she wants the January 7 national election to be free, fair, and neutral.
We have secured people's right to vote through struggle and movement. They think they will be able to take those rights away and stop the election process, but they don't have that courage, nor will they succeed in doing so.
Some analysts say without the Bangladesh Nationalist Party and other opposition groups taking part, the election may not meet legal requirements, and many in the global community may question its credibility. Tanvi Chaudhary, Al Jazeera, Dhaka.
31 migrants kidnapped in northeast Mexico last week while heading to the U.S. border have been rescued. They were abducted in a region considered among the most dangerous for kidnapping and extortion. Al Jazeera's Manuel Rapolo reports from Mexico City.
Rescued from the clutches of would-be human traffickers in the Mexican state of Tamaulipas, Mexican authorities confirmed the release of 31 migrants who were abducted while traveling toward Mexico's border with the United States on December 30th via the social media platform X. For months, migration policy experts and human rights activists have warned over a worsening kidnapping crisis in Tamaulipas, especially near the city of Reynosa, along the U.S.-Mexico border.
You have to consider this is Tamaulipas, and Reynosa is the last city before entering the United States. And in Reynosa, there are two criminal industries, drug trafficking and human trafficking.
Migrants' rights advocates say the best they can do is warn migrants and asylum seekers of the risks.
Migrant families have been receiving warnings for a long time now to be careful on their journey and to be careful about who they speak with.
2023 saw a record number of people attempting to cross the border from Mexico into the U.S. Experts say where there are migrants, there are criminal groups who seek to exploit them. According to the nonprofit group Inside Crime, migrant kidnappings here in Mexico generate an estimated $20 million a year for human traffickers. Though a majority of migrants rescued on Wednesday are from Venezuela, authorities say there were also individuals from at least 4 other nationalities, including Mexico, Honduras, Ecuador, and Colombia. Manuel Rapalo, Al Jazeera, Mexico City.
I'm afraid a story from Mexico brings us to the end of this news bulletin. But before we go, a quick recap of main headlines. Health Ministry warns tanker trunk operators against unsanitary measures. The Ministry of Higher Education hosts validation workshop for Gambia College transformation into University of Education. TAF Africa Global empowers 320 graduates with leadership skills and entrepreneurial ideas. Ekun Baba Hunting Society's New Year's display ignites Banjul with cultural brilliance. On international news, in Nigeria's rising inflation, consumers affected by high import costs. In Bangladesh's election, main opposition party and allies to boycott vote. Kidnapped migrants rescued in Mexico as group heading for US was abducted last week. That's all we have for you in this edition of the news. Do join us tomorrow for another bulletin.